The Gilded Age was a period in American history in the late 19th century where everything in life seemed to be paved with gold, yet underneath, corruption and misfortune lurked. From the outside, America was thriving. The rise of industry in the North and the expansion of business led to new jobs and a growing middle class. America was the first country to develop a transcontinental railroad, which created even more jobs and eased transportation to the West. Family life became easier with the rise of new inventions, including electricity and the telephone. Even politics were booming with the highest voting turnout ever seen. But despite the seemingly perfect life, America faced underlying problems and dissatisfaction. The rise of monopolistic corporations and trusts caused the annihilation of smaller businesses and unpredictable prices for the consumer. Many corporations and other businesses had unfair practices and harsh working conditions, and there was a growing gap between the rich and the poor, which led to even more social unrest. There was corruption in politics too, as party bosses ran elections in order to get the results they desired. Just as the Gilded Age was deceivingly perfect, life as a junior isn't everything that it seems to be. We've gained new freedoms, like earning our licenses or getting a job, and with the end of the school year, our APs are over and it's award season. It seems like a scene from a perfect movie, but in reality, it's nowhere near that easy. There's so much underlying stress and responsibility associated with the new freedoms. We worry about concentration and safety on the road as well as the cost of insurance. Jobs have the stress of managing money and budget as well as always being reliable and responsible. And we're constantly worrying that our scores aren't good enough to achieve our goals. To top it all off, there's huge uncertainty in our future and we don't know what's going to happen after high school. Our lives seem great on the outside, just like Holden Caulfield's did, when in reality both he and ourselves have much more going on. Holden seems like he has the ideal lifestyle. His family is rich and successful and he can go to any prestigious prep school. But underneath this perfect life, Holden is suffering mentally. Ever since his brother Allie died, Holden has been dealing with depression and social anxiety. Holden has a lack of confidence and won't try to contact his friend Jane, and he feels like he has no real friends at any of his schools. Holden has a severe lack of motivation in academics and fails every class except English. He's been to several different boarding schools in a short time. Holden is struggling through life and he doesn't even know it, just like America in the Gilded Age or high school juniors. Despite all the misfortunes of the Gilded Age junior year in Holden Caulfield's life, these events are important because they mark a turning point, their coming of age. The Gilded Age made way to the progressive movement of the early 20th century. In this movement, America realized and addressed all the problems seen in the Gilded Age. The railroad monopolies were ended with the passing of the Elkins and Hepburn Acts, and the Sherman Antitrust Bill helped to eliminate trusts that were harmful to the consumer. And the president sided with laborers over business for the first time, giving laborers and unions more power. The incorporation of the secret ballot in politics helped to stifle political corruption and bribes, making elections more fair. As juniors, our lives are about to change for the better. We're entering senior year where many of us will get senior privileges like open lunch or late arrival. By this time next year, we'll know exactly where we're going to college and all of our hard work will have paid off. We'll be starting a new chapter of our lives that includes new experiences and people. And in Holden's life, he finally gets the help for his depression. He's in therapy and planning on returning to school and will try and apply himself more. Sometimes life may seem to be perfect, but you have to look underneath the surface to discover pressing issues. And in order to grow and mature, the issues need to be addressed and change should be made for the better.